Hi there everyone, Musical Aviator here. It's been a while since you had a stream. Last time we did a stream we actually flew across the pond into London. Well, since then we've had, Halloween this weekend. It's also a long weekend in Victoria where we've had a bit of flooding. Lots of broken roads. Anyway, today we'll be doing something a little bit odd here. We have a new livery for Henry from Thomas the Tank Engine in his Black 5 livery, or the LMS Stainer, which is to say Henry II. Henry had two shapes in the Thomas the Tank Engine shows. This is the second of the two, with the little boxy firebox instead of the kind of Pacific look about him, like an A3. This is like a, Stainer Black 5. Let's jump on board, get him ready. We have certain various theories about how Henry became a different looking engine. Obviously there's an out of character theory, but some would say that there's something a little bit dodgy going on with this character. Something a little bit scary, shall we say. Something a little bit more Halloween. Hello there to Toilet Inspector, hope you're well. You there? Throw some fire on, will ya? So we driving this train up to, like I said, take it from here at Edge Hill down to the bottom of Liverpool. I'll be taking them up towards the direction of Crewe. I don't think I'll be taking it the whole way. We can kind of call this a test drive of Henry II. Although I believe when they sent it back to Seoul, they just wanted to call him Henry. And kind of a brain transplant? I don't know. Hot in New Zealand yesterday in Christchurch, that's nice. It was reasonable weather here today. Well, it started to rain again. I passed, I'm not sure I passed there. There we are. Cool. So yeah, we're going to have a chat about the story of Henry. The very first time we see Henry in Thomas the Tank Engine or in the Railway series, he is an engine that is, they say, afraid of a few drops of rain, and he ran into a tunnel and stopped and wouldn't come out again. Now, we have various theories about why Henry might have stopped in the tunnel and decided not to come out again. But after working with Henry I, they decided to essentially scrap the entire boiler and firebox and replace it with the parts from a Stainer, Black 5 Stainer, which is what we have here. Just going to run him forwards. And my theory is that he was a poor steamer, while he was essentially a wheel missing Pacific. It's kind of one-off build. It's a failed build. Poor steamer in his old shape. And I'd say that he was a little bit embarrassed about being a poor steamer, so he used to cover it up by saying that he was either lazy or cranky, didn't want to do the work, didn't like pulling trucks, didn't like express work. Basically he wanted to stop all the time because he just needed more fire. And obviously on that famous rainy day he ended up in the tunnel. And on a rainy day the coal is less useful, there's rain going down into the engine, the water on the fuselage of the boiler makes the steam a little bit colder. And he needed all the help he could get, so he just stopped in the tunnel because he couldn't move. He's getting too tired to keep on going. And then he, of course, did his little, too embarrassed to admit why he wouldn't go on. So he told the Fat Controller that he just didn't want to go out because his green paint was too pretty, which is not the case. Cool, we've got a green. We can continue. Then they bricked him up and left him in there for a while. And eventually one day their main express engine, which was a proper A3 engine, broke down. And they happened to have this thing bricked up in a tunnel, so they brought him out. And he did reasonably well for half an express. I think he had a double header, so that would have helped. They did a bit of work with him with special like Welsh coal. It's a higher burning point, high carbon fuel there. Welsh coal's just a little bit hotter burning, so with his old small firebox, yeah, that's enough there. Out to green. So as I was saying, on his old small firebox with the Welsh coal, it kind of worked, kinda. Probably wasn't the best, but made it work when it didn't before. Then of course they had an accident with him. Freight train, I believe, sucked into the back of a stopped freight train. Some people suggested there might have been some deaths in that crash. Train driving, yeah, it is indeed an interesting looking job. Unfortunately, just like aeroplanes, you need to pass physical medical checks. It's quite competitive from what I hear. Okay, we're bringing down Henry into Liverpool. We'll be spinning him around on the turntable, then backing him onto a train. Hi there, how you doing? So yeah, that's the story of Henry that I know. Is poor old Henry had a really small firebox, too small for the boiler, essentially. Just wasn't a really good steamer at any point. And then they crashed him. Quite an accident. Straight into the back of a stopped freight train. Well, this weather's pretty awful. This is a test run because it's raining and they haven't proven Henry in all weather conditions yet, so we're going to be doing that now. Hi there, Q-Jet. Yeah, life's been busy. Let's go that way. Need to slow him down to 15. 0.6 of the miles to the turntable. And running under the gantry for 15. Got a spilled milk run tomorrow, which is in Alice Springs and I believe Broome. I might do another round Australia in the GA aircraft. Get in and out of Alice Springs, or there's some ATC there. Okay, we've got a yellow, and we are turning into the turntable. Okay, we're closed, and we need all the brake. Sorry, it up to just above walking pace. That's a full stop. And at this point we just let gravity do its thing. Okay, the injectors are open. Apparently Melbourne's in for another week of weather similar to what we're seeing on the screen right there. Right, Henry, let's get this flipped around, hey? Alright, we're turned around, let's get back in. And we're going forwards. Go send a message to someone. Bit dark in this tunnel. Let's open the firebox. If I can see it. There it is. Hi there, Nat Dave. We're driving Henry. Has a stay in a black fire. Okay, we're going backwards. Have to be careful on this one. There will be a signal we need to pass. India versus South Africa. And we just failed that signal. I didn't even see it. Still didn't see it. Haven't seen it even yet. Let's load the last checkpoint. I could see a signal that was white, and I was aiming at stopping just in front of that. I hadn't reached it yet. Anyway. You're still there? Oh, make yourself useful. There you go. Give that a go. Spooky streams tomorrow. No, we're doing one now. We're driving Henry, which is the train that... There's two of them, you know, from Thomas the Tank Engine. There's the first one that had the problem with the firebox and the Welsh coal and had to stop in that tunnel and got bricked up. That one. And then that one crashed into the back end of a freight train while pulling a freight train of his own. And then they sent him away to Crewe, which is at the end of this line. And he came back a different engine. Possibly more different than they let on. He left a Pacific A3 class and came back as a Stainer, Stainer Black 5. For some reason he could still remember all the stuff that he did in the past. So was it like a face transplant, a head transplant for the engine's brain, or did they just tell him all the stuff and he's like an imposter, spy? Is this engine that we're driving fake? Is this not really Henry? He just pretends to be Henry. It's not like he doesn't know about the other Henry, because he knows all the other Henry's memories. Yeah, keep filling. Indeed. Are we looking at a ship of Theseus kind of explanation? Is, you know, the original element of what makes Henry Henry still there, or have we replaced so much of him that he's not even the original Henry anymore? Okay, heading back. But we'll need to stop early. I think we need to stop adjacent this red. We'll start to slow down now. Henry's fire. The old Henry had problems with his firebox. He couldn't generate enough steam back in the day. Quite warm in there, so I'll keep that closed for now. That's white, so he should be able to keep going. No, that's white. Have to do that again. In fact, we don't need to do that again. We can just start the train. Yeah, we will do it again. Okay. Apparently that that white light is actually red. It's not actually white. So, third time lucky, I guess. Yeah. At some point when you've broken that thing that we've broken, the fire person disappears on there. If we end up having to reset again for a 3rd, 4th, 10th or 11th time, we'll just reset to being on the train. I don't want to do the whole thing where we connect to the train. But if we can't do that thing where we connect to the train, then we won't do that thing where we connect to the train. A equals itself. 1 equals 1. Says to stop at the location that we've stopped at now. I can't remember if we need to go forwards more. Let's try it. No, we don't. I don't think so. There we go. So, good question is there another train in there? There's several other trains in there. Okay. 1, 2. There's 2 trains in there. I've made it white. Cool. We have unfortunately ghosted our fireman, who's disappeared, become invisible. It's a bug in in the game. If you reset too many times, your fireman disappears. They still keep doing things though, so you'll still hear the coal sometimes getting shoveled in. So you won't be able to see them, but you'll be able to hear them. Odd station, this Liverpool. Welded down and sunken into the ground. go. Coupling them on. And we just need to uncouple a loco from the back. Not sure why, but it's raining inside. And we can unlock the doors. Gonna head back up to the front. Hello, good sir. If you may, start shoveling. I just want to show you guys something pretty funny down here. This is scary. That one maybe not so much, but certainly that one there. Platform 8. Delayed, 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 cancelled, delayed, delayed, delayed. Good luck catching a train from platform 8. Anyhow, it is time to start moving. We have run forwards. Brake application is being released. Pressure is building up. A toot. And off we go. So we want to have cylinder cocks open, sander is in, and we just start a little bit. Yes, you can go into the carriages, but only when we are stopped at the stations, because you can't open the doors while you're moving. Okay, cylinder clock is off, and I'm just going to reduce that small injector and the large one to about half. Start winding that backwards to about 1/3. Regulator coming up. Good to stop eventually. Sanders off. Full open. And about 1/4 forward. You good? You'll notice we don't have a speedometer in this train. Coming up to a station, I have reduced the power. Be nice to be out of that kind of depressing Liverpool area. Coming up on Edge Hill. No speedometer, no speed limit. Unfortunately, that's not true. There are speed limits, but you know, knowing what your speed is compared to them is a bit of a challenge. Ah, we're going over there. Cool. Okay, we are stopped. As per the request, we can indeed go inside the carriage. This is a first class carriage. So let's see one that was empty. Here's one that's nearly empty. Bit wet out there. And this is a not first class carriage. Okay, reverser needs to go all the way forward. And restart it up. Sander is on the front. Regulator's in. Now I've forgotten to change a thing that I wanted to change. Sander's off. Injector needs to open up slightly. And we can start shoveling again. Backing off a little. As we come up and over this hill, we do need to stop going downwards. However, there is one abandoned train station along here. There it is, completely abandoned station. Okay, injector fully open as we come into the stop. So you may remember from the first Henry, the A3 Henry, had trouble steaming himself, especially in rain. Often come to complete stops without being asked to. Would refuse to carry freight. Would abandon passengers, that kind of thing. Whereas this one, Henry II, we will call him, was a bit of a Chad. He once rescued 2 trains at the same time. Two diesels had a breakdown, and this dude came along and used his injector to release the brakes of one of them. And then a little bit further along, they had a second diesel that had a bad, wasn't able to pull. So this dude comes along and pushes that train. So he had like a train connectors at the back and the front. There's that woman just walked into that wall. Okay. I think we're good with that. Now that'd be nice, but no, there isn't as far as I know. No online VATSIM for trains. That said, trains don't really have radio contact with each other. Signals are a bit of a silent system. So the only multiplayer train that I can imagine is having a fireman multiplayer option. That'd be kind of fun. This being a all stops train is going to be a little bit challenged. Instead of the express train where you just kind of set and forget and let him accelerate to 1,000,000 miles an hour, you just have to keep stopping on this one. It went out there. Good old England. Stop him. We'll slip the poor old kid. There you go. And we're good to stop. Just jump out and have a look inside our carriage. The very back carriage is a kind of guard carriage. We might be able to have a look at it on the next stop. He's blowing steam, so we're good to go soon. Look at that wind carrying off the smoke into the distance there. There's no dining car on this one. Not on this consist anyway. I'm sure there is a dining car in the game somewhere, but we just don't have one on our little all stops to the next half-hour train. It's like a little commuter train. Sander is in front. Off we go. There is a guard train at the back which carries baggage. There's a big baggage area, and in the guard area, which has basically got the light switch for the carriage and a brake. That's it. I'll keep that up. It'd be funny to call these engines the Henrys, Henry First and Henry Second. As in, this is Henry the Second, both the engine and the king. As Henry's theme plays in the background there. Shoot down to the back. Here's the guard's position. I was trying to get inside that door, thanks. Can't? Alright. Have to physically come down here. Anyway, there's the guard's little chair. Apparently the free camera can't get in. Okay. I have to walk it. Glad these timetables aren't too strict because they're already 8 minutes behind. Like it. Injector's good to go. Sanders are in. It's a bit wet out there. You don't want to pull away too fast, otherwise you get a wheel slip. And a wheel slip looks fun, but it's not fun, because the train basically loses traction. Let's do one deliberately. Oh no, we're going too fast now. All good. Once you get enough speed going, full power doesn't give you a wheel slip, but normally it will. Yes, a spooky adventure of speed. Unfortunately, we do have to stop at the next station. Won't need that. Keep going. Yep. More coal. Hello, ma'am. Not getting on? All those people not impressed by Henry. Look at it. This isn't the old train that would abandon you in the rain. It's a new one. Yes, it's got the old number and the old paint scheme and the old tender. And possibly some other parts of the original. But as far as that is concerned, I think most of the train is new. Certainly Firebox is new. So is the boiler. When does an old train become a new train? Let's go, old boy. Ah, something else going past. Cool. Spun him. Four miles to the next station, so we can go as fast as we can. Unfortunately, we have the 15 mile an hour zone coming up, but that's just to swap into the next track over, so we'll do that. More shoveling. Oh, at the top of the bridge. And now we can open it up. Let's go. Cut the injectors a little. Don't need that. How's that steam pressure going? Good. Yeah, chucking them off. No? Okay. I think we need. Just need to sit down again properly. Thanks. Okay. We are pounding along now. yes, this train can indeed derail. Unfortunately, the derailing physics are a little bit weird, and then you immediately get like scenario ended, so you don't really get to see the enjoyment of a train actually crashing. It's just kind of like the train flies off into space, black screen, done. Ejectors are in again. Okay, I can probably stop with that. Okay, full train brake is in. Stopped it a bit hard. Yes, you can walk up these stations as well. And we're on the wrong platform. Second class seat. Still way better than anything that I've seen on the train in Melbourne. Anyway. Apparently here in Melbourne we don't get second class seats, we get fourth class seats. Alright, let's go. Cocks are open. big power station right there. It's either a power station or a smelter's yard, can't tell. Probably smelters. Lots of coal going in at any rate. That bridge is awesome. That's what I call a bridge. It's got turrets on it. Give it some more gas. Maybe there's a bit of an uphill after this station. I believe that's a red signal. Yes. Jump out and have a chat to the guy in the guards compartment. So that's a brake and it does actually work. So let's keep it open. Here's the baggage or the prisoner compartment, one or the other. Let me out. And there's the back of the train, which you can fall out of if you want to. And I believe that's the end of the line for us. So the only thing left to do now is to close the carriages. Alright, I'm leaving you here, so I'll let you stop that when you want to. Yeah, cool. I'll leave that for your next driver. This is just the oversized baggage, really. And now we're on a ghost train, which is going off the map. In a few moments we'll be unable to get out. I'm in trains every day. I'll be on a train at about 6 AM tomorrow morning. Much to my chagrin. These ones have the toilets, which are these ones here, unfortunately not modelled. I wish we had a toilet in there. Especially on these trains. This era of train, the toilet was literally a hole in the bottom of the train, and when you look through the bottom of the toilet, you don't see water. You see the railways going past, which is an experience. Hello, random one person that's left on this train. You do realise this train's not going anywhere? We've passed the end of the line. This is like Spooktober territory. We're going to be going to the Twilight Zone soon. Well, I'll leave you to your... Wait a second. No, she's still there. I thought she'd disappeared on us. You two as well. You're past the end of the line, sirs. Okay. Yeah. You have reached the edge of the represented area. We have entered the Twilight Zone. And with that, I end the stream. Hope you enjoyed that little journey with Henry the second Henry, the Stay in the Black 5, on a journey through a few drops of rain. Tomorrow we're going to Alice Springs on VATSIM, and I think I'll be taking the Piper Arrow. Till then, I have been Ms. Glaver, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.